The average American eats around 12 pounds of pasta every year. When you walk down the grocery aisle, you're faced with over 1,200 different products from 128 brands. The big problem is that most of you have no idea which ones are actually worth buying and which are quietly wasting your money. A massive quality control investigation was conducted by a U.S. Food Inspection Agency back in 2021. They visited 115 companies, including 45 pasta manufacturers and 70 retail stores, testing 276 batches of pasta. What they found was shocking. 13% of all products had labeling issues, and nearly 6% failed basic quality tests. Some brands were flat out lying about what was inside the package. Here's what they uncovered. Some pasta brands claimed to contain eggs, but actually had far less than what was stated on the label. Others advertised they were made from durum wheat, that premium Italian variety, but lab tests revealed they were cutting it with cheap, ordinary wheat flour. There were even products waving American flags and claiming to be made in the USA when their ingredients were actually sourced from places like Canada or Mexico. Emiliano Castagna, who runs an Italian culinary academy here in the United States, appeared on a popular morning show and shared some information that completely changed how I look at pasta. According to him, a quality pasta should have at least 13 grams of protein per 100 grams of dry product. The ingredients list should be incredibly simple. Just durum wheat, semolina, and water. If it's an egg noodle, then eggs can be on the list too. But that's it. He also warned about a specific trick that cheaper brands use. They add turmeric to their pasta. Why would anyone put a spice in pasta? It's simple. Turmeric gives cheap pasta a rich yellow color, making it look like it's made from high-quality durum wheat or real eggs. When you see turmeric on the ingredients list of a pasta, you can bet the manufacturer is hiding something. Let me walk you through 7 pasta products you should absolutely avoid at the grocery store, and then I'll reveal 2 options that truly deliver on quality. Coming in at number 7 on the list of what to skip is the Great Value Rotini from Walmart. This is one of the cheapest pasta options you can find in the United States, sitting right in the store's budget-friendly section. While the price tag looks appealing, the quality just doesn't measure up. Budget-line pastas like this one typically use common wheat flour instead of durum wheat semolina. This causes the protein content to drop to around 10 or 11 grams per 100 grams, which is well below the 13-gram minimum recommended by Italian culinary experts. When you cook this type of pasta, you'll notice the water quickly becomes cloudy and murky. That cloudiness is starch leaching out of the pasta. More starch in the water means less structural integrity left in your noodles, resulting in a mushy, sticky mess that clumps together on your plate. Pasta made from regular wheat flour also has a higher glycemic index than its durum wheat counterpart. This means your blood sugar levels will spike more rapidly after eating it, and you'll find yourself feeling hungry again much sooner. You might save a little money at the checkout, but your body ends up paying the difference. Number 6 is any pasta you buy from a convenience store like 7-Eleven. This isn't about the ingredients, it's all about the price tag. The exact same pasta that costs maybe $1.99 at a supermarket sells for $4.99 at 7-Eleven. That's over a 150% markup just for walking into a more convenient location. Let's take Barilla spaghetti as an example. In a big box store like Walmart, a 1-pound box costs around $1.99. At Target, it's $2.29, and at Kroger, it's $2.49. But walk into a 7-Eleven and the price skyrockets to $4.99. Cross the street to a Circle K, and you might get hit with $5.50. It's the same pasta, same ingredients, same weight, but double the price. Convenience stores are betting that you're in a hurry. They're betting you won't check the prices. Every extra dollar you pay goes straight into their profit margin, not into a better quality pasta. If you regularly buy your pasta at a corner store instead of a supermarket, you're throwing away hundreds of dollars a year for the exact same product. Number 5 is instant ramen, specifically Maruchan chicken flavor. A 3-minute cooking time sounds fantastic when you're exhausted, but the ingredient list tells a very different story. Dr. Anna Miller is a registered dietitian at a major American healthcare network, and she has a clear stance on instant noodles. They are highly processed products packed with refined flour, way too much salt, saturated fats, and preservatives. The noodle block itself is pre-fried during production, which is why it cooks so quickly. You're basically just reheating fried dough. Compare the nutritional values. Regular durum wheat pasta has about 350 calories and 13 grams of protein per 100 grams. Instant noodles have more calories from fat while offering less protein. The sodium content often exceeds half of your daily recommended intake in just one serving. Your body treats instant noodles completely differently than real pasta. The refined flour causes a blood sugar spike, and the lack of fiber means you digest it incredibly fast. 2 hours later, you're hungry again. That 3-minute pasta saves you 7 minutes of cooking time, but it costs you hours of feeling full and satisfied. Number 4 is Kroger's store brand pasta. The packaging touts its American quality with USA ingredients, featuring rustic farm imagery and classic family recipes. The reality is a bit more complicated. Consumer Reports conducted a lab analysis of various Kroger private label products in December of 2024. Their mac and cheese product, under that same store brand, was found to contain 4 different pesticides. While pasta and mac and cheese are different products, they come from the same brand philosophy and quality control system. When a brand cuts corners in one product category, it raises questions about the others. The pasta itself uses American all-purpose wheat flour instead of imported durum wheat semolina. American wheat is great for baking bread, but for pasta, it creates a softer texture that falls apart during cooking. The sticky, gummy result can't hold sauce the way real pasta should. Store brands can offer excellent quality, but you have to be careful. This particular product trades quality for cost savings in a way that is immediately obvious on your plate. Coming in at number 3 is any pasta that lists turmeric in its ingredients. This warning applies across all brands. Check the label of any pasta that claims to be enriched with eggs or has an unusually bright yellow color. If you see turmeric, put the package right back on the shelf. Emiliano Castagna from the Italian Culinary Academy explained this deception on a national news broadcast. Manufacturers add turmeric to make cheap pasta look expensive. Real egg pasta gets its color from, well, eggs. Pasta made from durum wheat has a natural golden amber hue. In contrast, cheap pasta made from common wheat flour looks pale and grayish. Adding turmeric solves the color problem without fixing the actual quality issue. A recent investigation by a consumer watchdog group found numerous brands claiming to have all-natural ingredients while using turmeric to fake the appearance of high egg content. Some packages showed pictures of fresh eggs and used phrases like 100% natural, while the actual egg content was far lower than advertised. The vibrant yellow color came from the spice, not from the high-quality ingredients the marketing suggested. Reading the ingredients list takes 30 seconds. That half-minute of effort protects you from paying egg pasta prices for what is essentially just dyed wheat flour. Number 2 on our list is any pasta labeled with the term pasta flour on the package. The phrase sounds official. It sounds like exactly what should go into pasta, right? But according to Emiliano Castagna, this category of flour doesn't actually exist in any official American or USDA food standard. Real pasta flour has specific, legally defined names: durum wheat semolina, durum wheat flour, or in Italian, farina di grano duro. When a manufacturer uses the made-up term pasta flour, they are being intentionally vague. This ambiguity allows them to use lower quality wheat without technically lying on the label. Official USDA quality standards define different grades for pasta based on the type of wheat used, primarily distinguishing between common wheat and high-protein durum semolina. Products using the generic term pasta flour can't claim any of these official high-quality grades. This vague labeling is a massive red flag. If a producer were proud of their ingredients, they would use the proper technical terms. And the number 1 pasta to avoid, the worst offender of them all, is the house brand spaghetti from major convenience store chains. This product combines every single problem we've discussed into one terrible package. It has the convenience store markup, a base of common wheat flour, and an economy price point that demands every possible corner be cut during production. A store like 7-Eleven might charge $4.99 for a 1-pound package of its brand of spaghetti. This often makes it the most expensive option on the entire American market for basic spaghetti. But does that premium price buy you premium quality? The ingredients list tells a very different story. You're getting an economy-grade store-brand pasta saddled with a massive convenience store markup. You're paying more and getting less. The math is brutal. $9.99 at a convenience store versus a little over $1 for a store-brand pasta at Aldi for the same weight. The option from Aldi uses 100% durum wheat semolina. The product from the corner store costs 4.5 times more while delivering lower quality ingredients. Those were 7 pasta products and brands that deserve to be skipped at the grocery store. Now here are 2 options that truly deliver on value. The first excellent choice is Barilla Spaghetti. This brand has been a staple in American kitchens for decades, with a legacy stretching back over 140 years. Their main American facility contains one of the most modern mills in all of North America. Their production process utilizes a special kneading technology that creates a consistent, perfect texture in every single batch. Barilla uses genuine durum wheat semolina, and the protein content is 13 grams per 100 grams, meeting the minimum threshold recommended by Italian pasta experts. Independent consumer studies have shown that 79% of respondents rated Barilla's pasta as being comparable to homemade quality. The price typically ranges from $2 to $3 for a 1-pound box. This places it right in the middle of the market, not a budget brand and not a premium one. You're getting a genuinely good pasta without paying for the Italian import markups. This pasta holds its shape perfectly during cooking. The water remains relatively clear, a sign that starch isn't just dissolving away. The finished noodles have that slight bite that Italians call al dente, which separates quality pasta from its cheap, mushy alternatives. Barilla also offers product lines you won't find everywhere in the United States. Their Pronto line cooks in just a few minutes without sacrificing its durum wheat base. Their Mini Shapes line is designed specifically for kids. The whole grain versions deliver extra fiber. The brand continues to innovate while maintaining the foundation that made them a market leader. The second excellent choice is Aldi's house brand spaghetti. This recommendation often surprises people. A private label pasta from a discount grocery chain on a best of list? But just read the ingredients label. It's 100% durum wheat semolina and water. No additives, no colorings, no mysterious pasta flour. It has the same clean ingredient list as Italian imports, costing 3 or 4 times as much. The protein content hits that same 13 grams per 100 grams benchmark. Consumer reviews consistently mention that this pasta doesn't clump together, it holds its shape perfectly, and it maintains a firm texture after being cooked. The price makes this even more remarkable. Aldi's brand costs about $1.19 to $1.49 for a 1-pound package. That comes out to roughly $1.30 per pound. Compare that to imported Italian brands that can run $10 or $15 per pound. You're getting the same quality durum wheat semolina, the same pure ingredient list, for an 80% cost savings. Here's the secret. Aldi actually contracts out the production of its house brand pasta to a major American food manufacturer. This company is publicly traded on the stock exchange with annual revenues exceeding $85 million. They operate multiple factories with laboratory-grade quality control. This is how a discount store can offer a product that competes with and often beats the big national brands. The store brand label hides a massive industrial-scale production that matches or even surpasses many of the famous national brands. Aldi's Priano brand offers the same deal if you prefer to shop there. It's made from the same durum wheat semolina base at a similar price point of around $2.50 for a 16-ounce box. Consumer reviews consistently report comparable cooking quality and taste. Discount chains have figured out that high-quality ingredients at lower prices build incredible customer loyalty. They compete on value instead of just slashing costs by sacrificing quality. So here's how you can apply everything we've talked about on your next trip to the grocery store. First, turn over the package and read the ingredients list. You're looking for durum wheat semolina or durum wheat flour. Skip anything that lists regular wheat flour, pasta flour, or turmeric for color. Second, check the nutrition facts panel for protein content. 13 grams per 100 grams is the absolute minimum you're looking for. Higher numbers indicate better quality wheat and superior processing. Third, compare prices by the pound or ounce, not just by the package. Some brands use 14-ounce packages, while others use the full 16 ounces. The unit price on the shelf tag reveals the true value and is your best friend for finding a real bargain. Fourth, completely avoid convenience stores like 7-Eleven when buying pasta. Walk the extra 5 minutes to a real grocery or discount store, and you can save 50% or more on the exact same products. Fifth, ignore all the marketing hype, the Italian flags, the rustic countryside imagery, or the claims about grandma's secret recipe. These visuals are designed to sell an emotion, not quality. The ingredients list tells the real story. Sixth, remember that a famous brand name is no guarantee of quality. The expert Emiliano Castagna specifically warned that a brand's reputation means nothing compared to what's written on the label. Data from the US. Food and Drug Administration shows that 13% of pasta products have labeling irregularities. That means 1 out of every 8 boxes on the shelf contains some kind of misleading information. Your only defense is knowledge. Understanding what actually makes pasta good protects you from overpaying for pasta that's bad. Nutritionist Dr. Violet Urban created a health-based ranking of pasta types. Legume pasta made from lentils, chickpeas, or peas takes the top spot. Whole wheat pasta comes in second place. Refined wheat pasta, the most common kind, ranks third, and rice pasta finishes in last place. If you want to level up from standard pasta, brands like Banza or Barilla Protein Plus offer chickpea and lentil options you can find at stores like Kroger or Target. The protein content in these jumps to 20 grams or more per 100 grams. The cooking method matters just as much as the pasta you choose. Every single nutritionist interviewed by American media outlets stressed the importance of cooking pasta al dente, so it's still slightly firm to the bite. Overcooked, mushy pasta has a higher glycemic index because the starches break down more completely. Your body absorbs the carbs faster, your blood sugar spikes higher, and you get hungry again sooner. Cooking it for a minute or two less than the package suggests improves both the texture and its nutritional value. Here's a surprising tip from dietitian Anna Miller with the American Wellness Institute. Cook your pasta al dente, then let it cool down completely. Chill it in the refrigerator overnight. As the starch cools, it transforms into something called resistant starch. Your small intestine can't digest this resistant starch. Instead, it travels to your large intestine, where it becomes food for your beneficial gut bacteria. This means that reheated pasta from the fridge is actually healthier for you than freshly cooked pasta. It's a secret Italians have probably known all along. The amount of water you use affects the outcome of your pasta more than most people realize. The standard is to use about 4 to 6 quarts of water for every 1 pound of dry pasta. Using less water than that concentrates the released starches and leads to the noodles clumping and sticking together. Dropping your pasta into water that hasn't reached a full, rolling boil will make the outside cook much faster than the inside, resulting in a gummy texture. Also, adding oil to the cooking water doesn't really accomplish anything, since the oil just floats right on top. The only proven methods to prevent your pasta from sticking are using enough water, waiting for a rolling boil, and stirring frequently during the first 2 minutes of cooking. That cloudy water left over after cooking indicates that starch has been released from the pasta. A certain amount of cloudiness is perfectly normal, but extremely murky water suggests the pasta's structure is breaking down. But here's the other side of the coin. That starchy water is culinary gold. Italian